So I speak things into existence on my behalf. Some say faith, manifest, whatever you want to call it. But literally, it was one of those things where I started telling myself, all your needs are met. Your next corporate client is on its way. You already secured 2 more events. And this is before I even gathered any client to come my way. But I was telling myself, because at the end of the day, life and death is in the power of the tongue.
That part.
So if I can tell myself what is going to happen, my faith in the God I serve is going to see me through.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, buts. And don't get me wrong, because fear creeps up.
Oh, yeah.
Even to this day and in this season, because it's always that level of doubt that always just wants to make itself known in your mind. So it's literally, and I just go back to being grounded. You know who you are. Fear does not exist. You can do any and everything that you choose to do.
Yep.
Everything is always working for your good. It doesn't matter what state or facet it comes at you in. The trials and tribulations are only lessons. So take the lesson and keep it moving. And those are the things that guide me in those states of fear, because it's always going to blossom. Even in this season where I'm booked and busy, like every weekend. But fear is, how do you continue to set and raise the bar where you don't look like you're doing the same things repetitively? So I got to shut fear down. And I say, you know what? The uniqueness and the creativity that God has honed in me is always going to show itself faithful and worthy on my behalf.
Amen.
So in understanding that, I haven't missed a beat yet. And God has blessed me to where now I said, how do we switch it up? God opened the door where now I got new inventory. Now I can expand my creativity. Now we moving up and looking a little bit more luxurious. You know? But literally, it's like every time fear creeps in, God just shows me, baby, batter up. It's your turn. Home run. Let's go. No fear, no hesitation. Because again, how hard can anything be with what I have invested in myself and the God I serve?
Amen.
God said, bring it to him. He gonna show himself worthy.
All the time.
And true.
Every time.
And that's one thing I know. And that's one thing I walk in. So you can't play with me when it comes to certain things.
Amen.
Because I automatically take it out of my atmosphere. Fear out. Because I have to. If not, it'll sit on my shoulder.
Yeah.
And that's when insecurity and doubt and all those things. And I know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm a child of God. Like, you can't play with me.
You can't. You can try.
You cannot play. So in that season, fear, I can almost say, motivated me.
Amen. Wow.
Because at first, it tried to hinder me. And I literally had to speak life and remind myself who I was and who my God was. And I will tell you, I have not missed anything. And I do believe it's my mindset. And I
power your mind.
It is. And the power of my tongue too. Because I always speak life. Everything is always working for my good. God will never give me you know what I'm saying, a denial. He may delay what is supposed to happen. And I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
You know? And the delay was only to put me in a better position for what he had coming.
Yep.
And I didn't understand it then.
Yeah.
But it's not always for me to understand.
Not at all.
And that's why, like you said, we just got to keep going. And we got to keep following in the direction that God just has. Because sometimes we can't see the forest from the trees because we're in it.
No.
But the beauty is, God is already on the other side of the forest. And he's just waiting in the promised land that he's promised.
Amen.
So,
yes.
Fear tried to take me out, but I knocked it out.
Yes. You got to keep moving. I say you got to move. You can't let it. No, you can't let it have you stuck and stagnant.
If not, because it'll try to become your best friend.
It will. It will have you paralyzed or you not moving.
And that's
but faith is moving.
Oh,
okay?
always.
So I love that. I love what you say. Speak words, because your words have power.
Yes. And I think people don't understand. I don't tell myself I can't do anything.
Yes.
Even like I say, how hard can it be? That's all I ever say.
And even if it is hard, but who is your father?
One thing for certain. Hello, that is in me.
Than he that is in the world. Okay.
Yeah.
Period. My favorite scripture: I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. When I do get feared, I'm fearful. God, I'm trusting you. That's what faith is. I'm trusting you because I don't see it.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
And
I don't see my fullest potential, but you in me.
Yes.
So I know.
That
you're gonna bring me through.
Yes.
Because you do. You show yourself faithful every time.
And he hasn't failed us yet.
No, at all.
Like at all. In no part of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's business, love, family, friendship.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He never takes his hand off of us. Like, baby, what we scared of? Nothing. Nothing. Because how hard can it be? Great is he. I'm spirit first. So at the end of the day, God's going to show himself through me. Yes. Whether this flesh is weak or not.
The spirit always willing.
Listen.
Okay.
And that's why I'm like, I'm going to fall in line.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I might catch up. I might be a little step behind.
Listen, but I'm coming. I'm
getting it. That's why I say move. That's for me. Do it afraid. Because God knows that we have fears, we have doubts, we have insecurities.
That's the human part of us.
Are you moving? Are you trusting him?
Yep. You better move. And I think that's the biggest thing. Do it afraid.
Do it. Just move.
Because what is the worst outside of a lesson? Outside of a lesson that you can learn from it. What is the worst that can happen? I tell people, I used to be afraid to ask people stuff because I was afraid of a no. Now I'm saying, baby, what is the no going to do but have me knock on another door for another yes? That part. So, literally, like you said, keep moving.
Keep moving.
That's it.
Do
it scared.
Yeah.
Do it with fear.
Yeah.
Because God will show you why the fear never even exists.
Yeah. Why you need to let it go.
Yeah.
That he got you. Because he always do.
He always has you. Literally.
Always do. Was there anything that almost stopped you from starting to pursue your dreams?
Stopped me? No, I think it was through trauma that pushed me.
Okay.
Because I didn't have a way. I didn't have an alternative. It was either sink or swim. So the trauma of losing my father, losing my childcare, losing a lot of things, pushed me to say, again, in fear, sink or swim, baby. What you gonna do?
You gotta do it.
You gotta choose your heart. Life is gonna be hard regardless of whatever way you look at it. It's hard to not have something, and it's hard to have something. Which heart do you want? And which reward do you want? I'd rather have the heart that gets me to the reward that I need than the heart that makes me stagnant, that then makes me depressed and then makes me susceptible to the woes and wearies of the world. I don't want that. I had to choose my heart. And the hard for me was taking that trauma and that pain and creating purpose out of it. Because at the end of the day, I always got to have myself or everything around me crumbles. And that's inclusive of my family. And that's never happening on my watch. So it was literally sink or swim. And in that is where I said, you know what? Baby, choose your heart.
Yes.
And the heart that I chose has given me so much purpose. And now that heart is no longer hard for me. Now it's just a series of how hard can it be?
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love what you said about that. Choose your heart.
You have to choose your heart.
Because some people think that everything's going to be handed to them. It's just going to fall out the sky. It's just going to be so easy. It's always going to be hard.
It's always, especially when you're learning something new or stepping into a realm that you're not even aware of how to even tackle it. You have to choose your heart. And that's in every facet of life, whether it be relationships, whether it be business, whether it be friendships. You have to choose your heart because everything is going to be hard. Because life wasn't made to be easy. But that's what builds character.
There you go.
That's what builds resilience. And that's what builds purpose.
Yes.
Because how can you have a testimony without going through a test?
Yep.
So I had to figure out what my heart was going to be.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I chose my heart the right way.
Right.
Because it has done nothing but propel me to be everything that I feel like God has ordained and called me to be.
Amen. I love that. Y'all better choose your heart, okay?
Choose your heart.
Choose your heart. And so let's get into your faith a little bit more in obedience. How has, I'll say, your obedience and moving forward in this season become full circle? And I think you kind of touched on that of it, bringing clarity. But just speak a little bit more on obedience and your obedience and why it's important to continue to grow in that.
I think the beauty about obedience is when it's called
Mm-hmm.
in a positive manner, I don't feel like too much detriment can come from that.
Mm-hmm.
And in this season, God has called me to be obedient in little ways and giving back in community and building like-minded individuals to come around, because the girl in me at times wants to do everything by myself.
Yeah.
So the obedience part is where God is saying, no, build your community, because you don't see what I have for you on the opposite side of that. It's so many things that I say I want. But in order to achieve those things, I have to be obedient in the little before I could even be given anything bigger or greater. So I think particularly for me in this season of being obedient is being patient. Is not being so quick to do the things that I feel like I want to do, but sitting back and assessing and actually going and talking to God about it.
Yeah.
Because it's easy for me to make decisions on my own. The obedience comes from actually sitting still and being still and listening.
Yeah.
Because I've always had that problem, even as a kid. I've always just walked and ran to the beat of my own drum.
Okay.
So, and that hasn't been fruitful for me. Okay. I done picked a lot of situations that I didn't have to be in, walking and doing things to my own drum instead of being obedient to my calling.
Yeah.
I've created certain situations. So in this season, my obedience has to be to the calling, understanding, okay, what is it that you are trying to bring to the people around you? What is it what is the integrity behind you and your business that you want to be able to provide to the people around you? Because the easy part is cutting corners. The easy part is doing things in a way where they'll be pleased with it, but technically I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
So the obedience is being true to what you say you want to do and listening to God in those seasons. Because me, I be moving. and sometimes I don't take a moment just to connect with God and sit still and assess what's going on around me. And it has put me in bad situations. Even to the point where it could be me thinking that I'm doing something that's beneficial for everybody around me. And it's not according to the calling that I have, but it's just me thinking on my own instead of being obedient. And then going back and saying, you know what, God, I forgot to come and sit with you first. And I understand that's where the disconnect comes in. Because the moment I don't come in and be obedient to sitting with you and to understanding to be in the moment for a moment, because that's where the clarity comes in.
Yes.
And a lot of times I miss the clarity. And then the confusion begins to come in. And it's because I'm not being obedient in the initial state. And so I've learned the hard way. Even when it comes to assessing, working with people, moving too quick, not being obedient to the calling. Because my calling and my purpose is bigger than what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So if I'm not being obedient to my calling and my purpose, how can my ministry and my decorating even be perceived or touch the lives of the people that I want to come across? Because a lot of times people always love my work, but they get so much more fulfillment in their relationship that they then curated with me to move forward.
Yeah.
And so I never understood that until I started to be obedient in the initial stage of how the impact of what I do, first with clarity, resonates with me, my business, and my clients. And then two, being obedient to understanding that I don't have to go through unnecessary things if I'm just obedient and sitting with God in those clarity moments. A lot of times, you're on your high horse. You feel like you know what you're doing. But gosh, and I've learned in little things and not being obedient, things that I find so easy to do can then become difficult.
Yeah.
I've been presented with so many different issues and things like that. And then also being obedient and just the task at hand and operating my business on a certain level, you know?
Yeah.
And I want to briefly mention, I lost a lot of clients because I wasn't being obedient and to understanding how to handle people. Like, because I know how to handle people. I've been groomed to do so.
Yeah.
But not being obedient to my calling allowed me to create different relationships that weren't honed and nurtured the way that they were supposed to be. So it's a lot of people that I would get back to maybe a couple days later.
Yeah.
But we live in a society where people wants to know that, yes. And I wasn't being obedient to my understanding of that because I thought I had time, or I would give people, I'll get back to you in 48 hours. Now the obedience in it is, as soon as a client reaches out or a potential inquiry, I'm on it. I'm building a relationship. And what that has done in being obedient in that has created books that are now full, week to week, month to month. The uncertainty that came with, okay, God, the first half of the year is okay, but now we got to schedule out the second half of the year because we don't know what's going on. Now, the obedience behind understanding how to operate in that has then led me to being sustainable without having to worry. So it's obedience. Oh, for me, because I was a hard-headed kid, came with trials. But now that I understand what it is to be obedient, God has opened so many doors on my path. And has just allowed what used to be stress to now be a breeze. So I'm still learning obedience.
Oh yeah, we are.
You know, because at the end of the day, I still am childlike when it comes to a lot of things. So even with just being grown and listening to my mama and being obedient, you know, obedience comes in the smallest forms because I feel like I'm so much more knowledgeable in certain things, but obedience takes its own shape and beauty because you don't even understand the purpose behind why certain things come about. But being obedient is what then makes everything come full circle. And the clarity and the aha, I get it now. So obedience almost took me out as a kid. Listen, but it's coming full circle as an adult.
Listen, let me tell you something. Obedience is a real thing, okay?
Listen,
like
you ain't gonna tell me.
A lot of people still struggle with obedience.
I'm one.
They still.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta go back to the sitting still. So that clarity comes, because we want to do what we want to do.
We want to do what we want to do. Listen, be still and know that He's God.
That He is.
That has been a struggle for me, because to your point, I move and move and move and move too. Like I move. It must be an entrepreneur thing or something. But I'm getting to a season. I have not arrived.
That's how I said.
That
it's both of us. We're still, listen.
I'm still there where I know the difference in sitting still and say, okay, God, what do you want? Because to your point, being an entrepreneur, like, you have to make sure the will of God aligns with the vision that you have. Because to your point, you could be creative and you could say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But does that align with God's will for you and His purpose? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to always go back to the drawing board. Like, okay, God, what do you want me to do? And if things don't line up, then you see, like, you know, you're operating out of your own will.
Yeah.
That's
and
not
it's not
what
alignment,
God
because alignment is going to put you in the next place to then be elevated.
Yeah, there you go. It's all going to fall into place. If you're forcing it, it's not God.
It's not. It's you.
It's you.
Choose your heart.
Choose your heart. Okay. Yes. So let's get into lack of support, especially being an entrepreneur.
Yes.
We understand that there can be a lack of support in a lot of ways. So my question to you, did you always feel like you had the support from others as you started your entrepreneurship journey?
No, ma'am. When people don't see the vision, or when it's not aligned with what they have, it's kind of, I'm going to wait around and see if she does good, if she does this, if she does that. It's very disheartening. When I first originally started off, by the grace of God, when I say my friends, shout out to my girls, because they held my hand in this. Not only did they help my hand, but a lot of them were already supporting me in my childcare and things like that. Yeah. But what took the biggest hit was family. Because
let's talk about it.
I would watch my family look at my stuff, get other people to do things, understand that this was my livelihood. But then when they came to me, it was, oh, that's too much. Or, you know, it was really bad. I watched other family members do stuff and have the full support of my entire family, like hands on deck, showing up, pushing, like, and then it was like, for me, it was just like
crickets.
Yeah. And then it wasn't until, now granted, I kind of had tougher skin because my dad always showed us, even in ministry, like strangers will support you before family will.
Yes.
And I watched that firsthand.
Yeah.
So I tried not to get discouraged by certain things. And it was more so emotional because mentally it was like, girl, they've been not supporting for real. They've been critics. They've been a lot of these things. And the beauty behind that is God will always place who you need in your life. I don't want to keep bragging, but my friends really showed up for me because those were the ones that said, girl, come do this for me. How much do you need? How much do you cost outside of things? And it was like they saw me. They believed in me. So that really propelled a different type of confidence in me. Because my family didn't circle around until I started doing big name things. Then they started reposting and giving credit and doing, you know, and it was one of those things where as much as I want to appreciate it, I kind of don't. Cause, and I don't like to be like that because that's not who I am in my core. But that's the devil. And that's that sense of fear and things creeping in, because then it's like, I've been doing stuff like, why wouldn't you support me? You know, this is my livelihood. So this is everything that it takes for me to support my home, myself. And as my family, I would think that you would support me like you support all these other people and go out your way. But it was one of those life lessons where it's like, at the end of the day, baby, where one thing lacks, God will always resources to make sure you are okay. And the way that strangers and people have supported me, I kind of want to cry because they're the reason why I am who I am today, outside of God and the labor of love that I put behind it. But I wouldn't be any of those things if people didn't believe I could do what I do and invest in me and what I do. And then it's one of those things where even though I didn't really have the support, still supported others. I still was like, okay, well, I'm going to use my talents and my gifts. And if you have something, you know, I'm going to pour into you. And my cousin, she's absolutely amazing. She's been one of the people that has been a part of my family that has supported. But she also runs a huge business expo. So she does small business expo. But it was just little things of her saying, hey, you know, come put a table up. Come get some exposure. Do my VIP lounge so the VIP people can come in and be able to see your work. Where people that normally wouldn't be able to come across you, say if they're not on social media or they're just not tapped into your network, this is different exposure for you. So it's been through little phases of, you know, family showing up, but no, it's been very tough. It's been an uphill battle because you kind of say, well, why wouldn't you want to support me? And why can't I gain the support of people that know me or all these random strangers and the people that I feel like should love me, should support me, kind of just side eye, you know? And it's one of those things where I only really going to support if she creates a platform and, you know, kind of shows herself and other people start recognizing her. Then I'll recognize her.
Then I'll say, oh, that's my cousin. That's my friend.
But that's how it went for me. It wasn't until other people were recognizing me and pushing me
Mm-hmm.
and believing in my work, that I started to see family then begin to do it. And it was one of those things like, like I want to be appreciative, but it's just like, it kind of comes with a sour taste. But again, I had to snap out of it too, because like we say, what God has for me is for me.
It's for you.
So whether they support or not, what God has for me is for me. So he sent strangers, sent corporation, he sent different businesses, he sent my partner, because guess what, it was really through her that a lot of these things began to manifest, because I was able to be exposed to different clients, different people, to where other people were taking my business and putting it in rooms by word of mouth. And that's really where the blessings came from. But did it hurt to not see my family want to jump on board and say, hey, do you need extra hands? Hey, I know it's only you, my brother, who kind of is the other face of my business. Him and my mother's support kind of has drowned out so many other things for me. And then God sent strangers, and I kind of looked at it like, when I say, I don't think I talk about my mom and my brother and how much they support me, because I'm so much the face of the business. But my mother is the one, and it's really her support that helps my business run behind the scenes. She's the one that makes sure all the linens are pressed, clean, all of my glassware and things are nice and clean. Everything gets clean through her. My mother don't play about certain things. Everything is broken down, organized. Like that support supersedes anything that I could even reach on a monetary level. My brother showing up in labor of love. My brother doesn't get paid, because everything kind of just supports the family. But that's the first person you're going to see. That's the person who always does any part of any big handling labor breakdowns. If I'm not able to be there, he's going to be the only one breaking down a 4-hour event that we had to take, 6-hour event that we had to set up at. That level of support that my mom and my brother provides me really pushes and nurtures the elevated experience to be what it is today. And without that support, I don't want to say I wouldn't be nothing, because I'm always going to be everything. But I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be able to move with ease and precision in different things. I wouldn't be able to show up comfortably and be on time, because I'm not rambling and things are organized. It's so much more to the business that doesn't meet the eye and that I don't have to do. And it's through their support that allows me to sit there and say, I can get back to my clients. I can send out invoices. I can go to walkthroughs, because I'm not stuck trying to organize inventory and see where we're at. And it's been the biggest blessing for me. So as much as I didn't have family supporting me, the right family supported me. And through my mother and my brother, I've been able to propel my business into what started off as small business to now what I say is big business.
Hello, you better speak.
Listen,
okay.
I say big business.
Big business.
But
that's
it literally, that's still growing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's literally ran off of the support of two main people. And that support supersedes anybody who never supported.
Yeah.
And that's one of the bigger blessings. But can I say that the non-support almost took me out because it kind of makes you look at yourself like, what is it? Like, what is it with me that do you not see like any potential?
Yeah.
Or anything that would cause you to sit there and say, baby girl, do you need help?
Yeah.
Do you need anything?
Yeah.
Hey, I know some people that are looking for this. Because support to me is even plugging my name in a room.
Hello.
You don't have to show up and do labor.
You don't have to show up.
Plug me in.
Support also is, we live in a day and time where it's social media.
You could just repost me.
You can repost.
You can like. You can comment.
Shout me out.
Anything.
Like you said, in the room, if somebody's looking for a designer, whatever it is, trust me, baby, I get it, because I've been there. Okay.
And that's why I'm very adamant. If I see anybody that I know, repost.
Yeah.
Like, because it doesn't hurt. And even in other designers and vendors, if I want to, uplift somebody who's been supporting me or think, it doesn't take nothing away from me to sit there and put you on a pedestal to say that you are amazing. Yeah. Because again, what God has for me is for me.
Yeah. And people don't understand the beauty in, and you said it earlier, networking.
Yes.
Because they think not helping you is going to block what they got.
What they got coming.
No. If anything, it's going to add. It's become Full circle.
Because now you're bringing bigger network, bigger exposure.
Yeah, and we are stronger together. That's why I push women empowerment. We are stronger together. If I'm helping you, you helping me.
We're winning.
We're winning.
We're
You know what I
winning.
mean? Like,
and all we're going to do is produce something that is that much more beautiful to ignite something within somebody else to say, I want to collab with them.
Yeah.
I want to work with them.
Yeah.
Or I just want to be a part of what they have going on because it's so powerful.
And my thing is also, another thing that I realized is, some people may look at, what you're doing. If that is something that you thought about, why not reach out?
Why?
We can help.
We can help and we can do.
We can help each other. We can all win. I'm the type of person, I want us all to win. I don't want to just be winning over here. Like, no, how can I help? How can I support? You know what I'm saying? And to your point, to not get the support back, a lot of entrepreneurs, some don't talk about it, but it's very hurtful.
It is.
Listen, that thing, like you said, can take you out, cause you not to move forward. But that's what I love about God, that he always steps in. He always sends, it could be the one
person
to encourage you, to inspire you, to keep going, to not give up, because it's bigger than what you can ever think of or imagine. And the purpose and plan that he has for you and for that vision, right? And it's like, we look at the people that we know, the friends, the family, the different ones that we're around, and we may expect them to support. They don't know the vision. They don't know the dream that God has given us, and they cannot support for their own reasons, whether that's they waiting to see, they don't believe in us, they don't want to because they're not happy with where they are. The list can go on.
And I've learned that, just like you just said, though, a lot of things are self-reflective of what people are going through.
Of what they're not doing, and you're moving. And I had to learn that too. But the thing about it is, one thing that God has been teaching me and still teaching me is, to your point that you said, don't look at the number, the quantity. Look at the quality. Those that do show up, those that are praying for you, those that are rooting for you, that clapping for you, celebrating, you know what I mean? Speaking the word for you, being there, plugging you in, your name in places. Like, those are the people that you focus on and you be grateful for. And to your point, God is going to send the strangers. They are your biggest supporters. It's sad.
I know.
But they are.
Maybe God only puts that in position because, a lot of times family can ask for discounts, things like that. Strangers are going to come and say, baby, how much? What do I need to pay? And maybe that was the level of God saying, okay, I want you to really benefit off of the support that's coming your way in full force. Not cut in half, not you trying to give somebody a discount just to get your work or just to do something. And I think that has been the beauty too. Because it's always a silver lining. It's always a silver lining. And don't get me wrong, if I can and show up, like I said, because that's just a part of me pouring. If I can do something for somebody, by all means, I want to do that. But I do believe that with God sending strangers and things like that, it just allows us to resonate with who we are and be confident in that. Because guess what? These people that don't owe you anything are coming to you for everything. And that is a beautiful feeling. When you have somebody depending on you and at the end of the day, it's through my fruits and my labor and my hands that these people believe in what I can do. Now it's time to show up for them. And that's how I go into every event. Like, hey, we showing up.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And then you get to look back. That's another thing I think about. The different journeys that I've been on, even on my new journey, right? And it's like, I get to look back and see, okay, God, despite the lack of support, I'm here. Because you called me to be here. And you're not done with me.
And you're not done. You're just getting started.
Hello. And it doesn't matter who show up or don't. That doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Right?
That is true.
But you keep going because he's going to bring the very people that's connected to you, to the purpose that he has for you, right? So that's what you keep going for. That's your reminder that, no, you're on the right track. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Don't look at them. Don't look at what they're not doing.
And it goes back, a delay is not a denial. Just because they're not supporting now.
You be like, I made it here. I'm here because this is what God planned.
And this is where God allowed me to be.
With or without your support.
And I think that's what makes it a full circle moment for them too. Because it's like, dang, she's been doing all this and she's been impacting and she's been so successful. And I haven't even recognized. And that's okay because I don't do things for other people's recognition.
There you go.
But at the end of the day, when the people that watched you go from nothing to something, I think it resonates. It's like more of a self-project. Because it's like, dang, what part of me wasn't strong enough to sit there and say, congratulations, or share something, or to just promote you. Promote you. Because if anything, if I see anything, I want somebody to know I'm proud of you. Me too. Congratulations. Me too. Like, you're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. Because it doesn't, if I could put a smile on anybody's face at any given time, it never takes away from me. Never. People say, girl, you always so happy. I am. Because at the end of the day, I got to choose my heart. I don't choose to want to be that girl that's walking around, mean face, any of that. If I can meet you in my most giddiest stage, as soon as you see me, the way I greet, you will know that you're supposed to be happy today. Yeah, exactly. And let it rub off. Okay? Like, take all of this. Take some joy. Yes, just sprinkle it over there for you. Exactly. But, and that just goes back to understanding too, appreciating who supports, how they support, like you said, the quality that comes behind the support that's given. Yes. Because don't support me just to show face. Yeah. Support me. Do you want it? Is it genuine? Is it genuine? Because if it's not, you can keep it. You can keep it. Because I'm good. I promise you. I promise. I'm good. Because I'm just my Heavenly Father. And I'm just saying. And he don't play. There you go. And understand, these other people are hurting, sharing, liking. And that's just on social media. But other people are also taking my name and plugging them in rooms. Like literally, that's how my corporate opportunities came. Yeah. People seeing me taking my name and plugging it in rooms. Yep. You need to work with her. Yeah. Because you don't realize, and this is something I think I had to learn too and still learning. You only need one. One. That's it. You can have a million no's. You only need one yes. And that's why I say one referral. Delay is not a denial. God is only positioning you. It's not. That's it. That's it. And to make you stronger. Because like you said earlier, you were already built to be strong through your ministry, the different ministries that your parents was in that put you in. Now it's a whole nother level. And I'm taking everything that I was taught and I learned from those seeds. Yeah. And I'm literally creating the life that I want for myself. Yeah. Yep. Literally. Yes. Girl, listen. We go on about lack of support, okay? Because that's a whole show. That is. That's a whole show. Look, keep it continued. Let's get into your identity. So what version of you do you feel like you had to let go to be the woman you are today? I had to let go a lot of different facets of myself. I grew up amazing. I grew up with the right raising. But naturally, I've always been like the black sheep. So I always wanted to experience things on my own firsthand, opposed to taking the wisdom of others. Okay. So a lot of situations and circumstances that I didn't have to go through, I put myself through. And it was at the detriment of myself. So as I got older, I had to lose the versions of me that were not becoming. I was even growing up in the church. I did backslid, went and did what I wanted to do in regards to living life, experiencing different things. And what I've learned, I had to let go that girl who I thought I was because she came with insecurity. Okay. She came with resentment. She came with trying to find shortcuts and different variations to get around things and out of things instead of going through things. And through that, I kind of numbed myself to a lot of what I should have been feeling firsthand. So I literally had to let go of that doubting, insecure girl with men, with business, questioning myself. And I think that's when I truly began to walk in the fruition of my true purpose and passion. I had to really release different variations of myself that I didn't recognize in the future version of me. Because in those moments, it was self-doubt. Can I do this? Like I was struggling with choosing my heart. And in order to really become who I'm walking in now, I had to let that girl go. Like literally the girl that was insecure because her dad died. The girl that didn't know where she was going to turn or what she was going to do. It was easy for me to sit there and say, as a woman, you find a good man so I can figure this out and do whatever needs to be done. I had to let her go because I'm enough by myself, with or without anybody. Yeah, I'm enough in understanding what I can become and who I'm destined to be. All of that resonates with who I choose to become and walk forward in this very moment. So letting the insecure girl go, the one that was okay with being a people pleaser, was okay with putting other people before her. I really had to let that person go because that didn't empower the person who I wanted to become. And I didn't want to be, because I remember growing up just wanting, because I lived a different life than a lot of people. I grew up a PK, so a lot of the things and other people were allowed to do, I couldn't. Yeah. So it was almost like being an outcast when it came to a lot of things. Yeah. So I kind of grew up, even in my confidence, still being insecure in a lot of different ways. Also, with being a preacher's kid, I had to kind of fathom my parents were servants as well. So they were serving other families at all times. So fighting for attention and fighting for placement. Wow. I had to let that little girl go because it started to show up in different areas in my life currently as an adult. And those were the biggest setbacks for me because that making me stagnant, making me look for validation and reassurance through people when all I needed was my own validation because God already secured who I am. So baby, you got to believe in who you are and you can't look for the validation of other people. And that little girl was always looking for validation. Yeah. Because growing up in ministry, I always had a microscope over me. It's, you can't do this. You can't act like this. And I'm still human. Yeah. I'm a child. So I always grew up under a certain scrutiny. And as I got older, that scrutiny turned into me seeking validation, always needing approval, always needing somebody to verbally say, okay, you did good. Okay, I see you. I had to let her go because that is really what stagnated me. Instead of doing it afraid, I was not doing it because I was afraid of what other people thought and other people's, outward appearance of who I was and things as far as that. Now I'm in a phase, I don't care. I am who I am and I'm very confident in it. But that girl had to die in order for me to birth who I am currently today. I don't look for validation. God has already validated me. He's already showed me that my purpose is bigger than myself. My platform is bigger than myself. And at the end of the day, the lives that I get to touch wouldn't have been possible had I waited for that little girl to wait for validation, to be okay with who she is now. So that is one thing that had to die in order for me to actually be this confident variation of myself. Amen. Yeah. But it was hard because for a long time, I was that girl. I was that girl. That's not a pretty place or a secure place to ever be. Insecurity is like one of the biggest cancers that you could ever allow in your world. And I really had to let that go because I'm enough in every way, shape, and form. And God is preparing me and he's already set a table for me. Period. And so literally, I'm just grateful that I was able to recognize that she had to go. Yeah. So that I can be me today. The girl had to go, girl. She had to go. She had to go. Yeah.
So me ask you, if you was to give an affirmation, right, to the woman that knows that she's called to be creative for more, but just haven't started yet, for whatever reason, fear, just resources, whatever it is, what would you tell her?
You are enough. You are already destined. If it's already implemented in your head, God has already ordained it for you. And my thing is, like we talked about before, I affirm I'm going to do it scared. I affirm that I'm just going to do it. I affirm that I am enough. Because a lot of times it's the fear. And at the end of the day, when you know that you are enough within yourself, it goes back to not needing validation from anybody else. Because you're already validated. We don't understand the vision when it's not given to us. But when it is given to us and it's already permeated in your spirit and in your head and it doesn't leave, you are enough and you are capable. That's it. You are. Because they are.
You are. And you heard it from Gabby, okay? She said you are. You are enough.
You are.
So go do it. Go be great.
Doesn't matter what it is. If God put it on your heart and in your spirit, you are. You are her. There's nothing that can there's nothing that can deny that but yourself. Amen. You are the only thing. You are your only limitation. So I affirm that I will not limit myself. I affirm that I will not hold myself back. I affirm that everything is always working for my good in every capacity. And that's one thing I live by, and I tell myself and coach myself every day. Everything is always working for my highest good. Everything is always working for my highest good. Doesn't matter what it is, what situation it is, whatever the situation, whatever the circumstance, whatever, it's always working for my highest good. There's no other way it can work. There's no other outcome but my good.
So y'all heard it right. She dropped a lot of gems today, okay? She did. I hope y'all was listening, taking notes, because she was letting us know today. Okay? So thank you for pulling up a chair with me today. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and send it to another beautiful lady that can use it. Until next time, remember, there is beauty behind the chair, but there's purpose behind you. So go be great and have the most amazing day on purpose.